Hey everyone, how's it going? It is Memory here. We're here everyone, ladies and gentlemen, for what is one of my personal favorite videos to make on this channel before each and every season. You should already know what it is. It's the lineup or what I plan on watching video, and in this one we're going to be going over the upcoming fall anime season of 2018. I'm going to be letting you guys know what shows I plan to watch, which shows I don't plan to watch, and which shows are going to be like maybes or ones that I'm undecided on. And how we usually do it is I have this video, which like I said is the whole spectrum, and then I have a follow-up video which will be for the shows that I strictly plan on covering and reacting to on the channel. And the reason I do that is because once we get closer to when the season actually starts, a lot of the simulcast dates and times and just all of that are announced, so I can make my schedule and plan more accordingly. So yeah. Also, another thing I want to add, there are going to be ones in here that I just know for sure I'm reacting to. They're kind of just like give me, so I will tell you guys some in this video already, so keep that in mind as well. And one final thing I always say, I don't want these videos to be super long, but they end up being long anyway, so I'm not saying anything this time. I'm not. Okay, so we're going to get into this. The first one is one of those give me's. A Certain Magical Index Season 3. I will be covering this, reacting to this on the channel 100%. And I've heard that this is actually going to be the best season of Index, and it was actually just announced like yesterday or something like that, that it's going to be 26 episodes. Originally, it was planned for 24, and there were rumors of it being like 3 or 4 cores, and that they were extending the episode count, but I guess it went from initially being planned at 24 episodes to 26 episodes, which they're going for, from my knowledge and what I've heard and read up on, that they're planning to adapt the rest of the source material, which is like 9 or 10 volumes. So that's, quite a bit of content to adapt in 26 episodes. We'll see what they do with it, though. I have heard that the first 2 seasons adapted quite a bit, like 5 or 6 volumes a season, I think, or something like that. So yeah, I'm excited for more Index, get more of God's Right Seat. My boy Toma, of course, Accelerator, Misaka. It's Index, so it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome, and I can't wait for it. So yeah, that's one. And something that's pretty cool about this site, AnyChart, which if you guys are not using AnyChart or AnyList, I highly recommend it, because AnyList and AnyChart use like the same database. They're pretty much the same. AnyList I use to track all my anime, and then the charts here are what I use for each season. A cool thing that you can do here is you can mark. So see I have this green thing right here. It puts a green box around it, and for the ones that are maybes, they'll be highlighted yellow, and for the ones I'm not watching, they'll be red. So that'll also make it easier for me and make it easier for you guys watching as well. Next one we have Anima Yell, which looks like a girls cheerleading one from Doga Kobo. The story follows Kohane Hatoya, a first-year high school student who is a bit clumsy and scared of heights, but who has a very bubbly and outgoing personality. Kohane decides to join the cheerleading club to make friends and overcome her weaknesses. Now, I think this one's gonna be a maybe for me, because Doga Kobo, they are like great at doing the cute girls doing cute things sort of thing. Like, I love New Game. I'll say it. I've never really talked about New Game on this channel, I don't think, but I love New Game, both seasons of it. And I think these kind of shows for me, the cute girls doing cute things, are usually hit or miss for me. But the ones I've watched from Doga Kobo, which haven't been a lot of them, but I have enjoyed them and they've been a lot of fun. So I think this one's gonna be a maybe for me as of right now, but it'll probably I'll probably end up leaning towards yes. What am I saying? That's probably what's gonna be the deal right now with that one. So yeah, I don't even, do we have a girls cheerleading anime too? I know we have like there's like a boys one. Was it Danshi? I think that's what it was called. There's probably a girls cheerleading one out there somewhere. There has to be, but I've never saw or heard of one. So Anima Yell is going to be a maybe. Next up, we have As Miss Beelzebub Likes, based off a manga, Litten Films, animating it. Murin lands his dream job with the Demon King he's always held in awe, but when his tenure begins, it turns out the Demon King isn't quite what he expected. I think this one's going to be a pass for me, honestly. I haven't heard anything about the manga, or I haven't heard anything about this series, to be completely. Oh, Yen Press has it? Okay. If you guys have heard anything about this one, maybe if I'm making the wrong decision with this, if you guys have read it, let me know down in the comments, but this doesn't really look all that appealing to me. Just sounds kind of, doesn't sound like anything special, I guess, is what I should say. So Yeah, next one, Bakumatsu. I already know I'm not gonna watch this one. It looks like a reverse harem maybe. In the game's original story, the heroine is in Kyoto for sightseeing when she receives a mysterious pocket watch from. Yeah, it's definitely a, a reverse harem, which I don't watch reverse harems. It's just not my cup of tea. If you watch them, if you're watching the show, I hope you enjoy it. I hope it turns out good for you or you find something in it. But for me, just personally, I don't really watch these shows. They're not for me. Bakutsuri Bar Hunter. This looks like some kind of Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't know. This looks like a bunch of stuff mixed in one. The anime will center on the elementary school student Toda, who loves to fish. One day, a bar soul named Potapen appears in the barcode on Toda's bag of potato chips. Together, Toda and Potapen use a special. Yeah, this seems like a kid's show or something. Oh, it's Toei. Yeah, that's not gonna be for me. Next up, we have Bloom Into You, which I've heard good things about this manga. Actually, this is one that I've actually, well, if I'm comparing it to like Citrus, I heard a lot more good things about this one compared to Citrus. So, Yu has always loved shoujo manga and awaits the day she gets a love confession that sends her heart aflutter with bubbles and blushes. And yet, when a junior high classmate confesses his feelings to her, she feels nothing. Disappointed and confused, Yu enters high school, still unsure how to respond. That's when Yu sees. The only thing I don't like about this is the scrolling. It's kind of bad. Because, like, you have to actually go with your mouse and scroll down with it. Where was I? That's when Yu sees the beautiful student council president, Nanami, turn down a suitor with such maturity that she's inspired to ask her for help. But when the next person to confess to Yu is Nanami herself, has her shoujo romance finally begun. So I kind of like that concept or that idea that they're unfortunate, I guess, dealings with men is what brought them together. One of them doesn't know what to do with men, and then the other one's just so like straight up about it, turns them down, and they come together through that. I'm gonna check this one out. I've heard good things about Bloom Into You, honestly, so that's gonna be a green light from me, I would say. Next up, we have Boarding School Juliet from Liden Films again, based off a manga, already confirmed for 12 episodes. Grigio Academy Boarding School. The students that attend this school come from 2 countries and reside in their own dormitories. Inuzuka and Persia are leaders of rival dorms, but in secret they love each other. It's like the whole Romeo and Juliet story. It's the exact same thing. Well, I wonder if it's going to end as tragically as Romeo and Juliet does. Now they have to keep their relationship a secret from their dorm mates or else bad things will happen to them. What if it ends like what if there's just some like twisted ending where they both die or something like Romeo and Juliet? So it's like it's not even a male and a female. It's 2 females that have this whole Romeo and Juliet thing kind of going on. I think that one's gonna be a maybe for me. Next up, we have Conception, which is we have a lot of video game adaptations already. We just got into this thing. Oh my gosh. Conception from Gonzo. The story of the game revolves around Itsuki Yuge, a high school student who finds out on the day of his graduation ceremony that his cousin and childhood friend Mahiru is pregnant. Okay, immediately afterward, Itsuki and Mahiru are taken to a magical world called Grandvania, which is currently being invaded by monsters. The only people who can fight and exorcise the monsters are the Star Children, and the Star Children can only be produced by the 12 Shrine Maidens of the constellations. In order to defeat the monsters and return to his own world, Itsuki must father the Star Children with the Maidens. So it sounds like a isekai, like harem, almost. They're going to another world. This guy has these 12 Shrine Maidens. I don't see a guy in the picture unless that's a trap or something, but I don't know. Have you guys heard anything about this game or played this game? I haven't personally heard anything about it. I saw someone put out an article, though. I think it might have been Crunchyroll, actually, or Anime News Network, that put out an article like, if you liked Re:Zero, here's why you should watch Conception in the fall. So they're trying to already get people on board with this by like bringing up Re:Zero and all that. So I think this one will be a maybe from me as well. The Kareretai Otoko 1 I ni Odo Sarete Imasu. I probably butchered that so bad. From Cloverworks. So this looks like a yaoi kind of show. It looks like Takada Sayajo has reigned as the idol's industry's most huggable for 5. Yeah, this isn't gonna be for me, guys. These shows aren't up my alley. Next up, we have Double Decker, which I think some episodes have already dropped for Double Decker. I think it was the first episode only, actually. Which this is like in the same world as Tiger and Bunny. I don't think you have to watch Tiger and Bunny to watch this, though. The city-state of Lis Valletta, the two suns rise above the city, and the people here live peaceful lives. But in the shadows, crime and illegal drugs run rampant. Among them is the dangerous, highly lethal drug Anthem, which casts a dark shadow over the city. The 7-0 Special Crime Investigation Unit specializes in cracking down on Anthem. This unit operates in two-man buddy teams, so like the same as Tiger and Bunny, I think. They have the two-man teams in what's called the Double Decker system. To tackle the problem, Doug Billingham is a seasoned investigator, and joining him is Kirill Vrubel, whose abilities are mysterious and unknown. I think I'm gonna watch this one, honestly, because I mean I've heard good things about Tiger and Bunny. I don't think this is going to be necessarily on that level or get that kind of praise on a claim that Tiger and Bunny has, but just from the premise, I think this might be one that I like, but I am going to try that one out. Something that I know about Tiger and Bunny is that they have like a lot of promotional like logos and like ads and all that in it. So I wonder if Double Decker is going to have a lot of that going on in it too. If it's like the same world and all that. Fairy Tail is going to be a no because I'm not caught up. I don't know when I'm going to catch up. Fist of the Blue Sky, I haven't watched any of Fist of the North Star. I haven't watched any of Fist of the Blue Sky, so that's going to be a no as well. Gaikotsu Shotenin Honda-san. The comedy manga story centers on a skeleton named Honda who works in a bookstore. Hilarity ensues daily in his work at the shop's manga counter. You know, I think I'm going to watch this one, and the reason being, I mean, the premise just sounds funny, like a skeleton running a or working or running a bookstore. But this literally just fits fall, I feel like. I mean, look at the pumpkins. It literally look, Halloween type of show. Like, it literally just seems like that to me. So that's gonna be a yeah for me, because I just think it's gonna be fitting for fall. Gaku and Basara, which I think is a spin-off or side story or something like that of Sengoku Basara. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to watch this, but I think this is going to be more of like a school comedy, not like a action. As far as I know, Sengoku Basara is like, what is it, like a historical action? Like it's pretty action packed. The school battle comedy parody reimagines the Warring States era wars of Capcom's action game franchise as rival students in a modern high school. Date Masamune and Sanada Yukimura battle to replace Toyotomi Hideyoshi as the next student council president. I don't think I can watch this, but if I can watch this without watching Sengoku Basara, then let me know. But for now, I'm going to say no, just because I'm not really sure on that. So, next up, Goblin Slayer. If you guys missed my video for Goblin Slayer where I watched the preview, did the preview reaction, I already am watching that one, so definitely go check out that video. You can find it on my channel. I'll probably have it linked down below, actually. So, I already said in that video I'll be reacting to and all that for Goblin Slayer. Golden Kamuy! Yeah, baby. Season 2. I was so happy when it was announced at the end of Season 1. We got another season coming. That's going to be a definite yes for me. And definitely going to cover it on the channel. You already know. Gurazeni Money Pitch. I feel like I'm the only person who has watched Gurazeni the first season. And it wasn't anything good. It wasn't anything special, but I watch it because I love the sport of baseball. It's my second favorite sport behind basketball, so that's really what got me through it. There's better sports anime out there. That's what I'm going to say. So I wouldn't waste your time with this one, honestly, if you haven't watched Season 1. But if you followed Season 1 weekly, then I would imagine you're watching Season 2. I'm going to be one of those people. So Gurazeni is a green light for me. The opening is freaking awesome from the first season. Oh my gosh. Next up, another video game adaptation, Hangyaku Sei Million Arthur, based on Square Enix's massively multiplayer online role-playing game. I mean, there's not much to to go off of here for me. I've never heard of the game, never played the game, but I mean, Square Enix, I'm assuming that there's some of you guys watching this video right now who maybe played it or know about it. See, it's hard to say for one like this, honestly. That's going to be like a maybe. Like, I'll try out the first episode or something, or if you guys are saying I should watch it, then I'll watch it. Hey, your cat ears are showing. As next up, the cute story of the daily life between a guy and his cat boy roommate. What? This looks kind of goofy. We don't know, I don't think, what studio is doing it. So, kind of looks like a funny, pretty unique art style. Is this like a Chinese animation? I'm not sure. I'm gonna say no on that one for now. But you see, my mind could change with some of these. Like if they even gain a little bit of traction or people are talking about them, then I'll check them out. That happens with every season. So yeah, next up, Hinomaru Sumo. Sumo one, actually, I think it's in Shonen Jump too, from Gonzo. It is a divine ritual, a martial art, a combat sport. It's sumo. A small new student, Yushio Hinomaru, appears before the weak little sumo club of Odachi High School. The words big and heavy are rules to this sport, which does not fit this newbie any inch because he's short and little. Which does not fit the newbie guy. But this guy goes and does what? What does he do? Yushio in the small sumo club climbs its way to the top. The goal is Hinoshita Kaisen, a title for the highest rank in professional sumo equivalent of Yokozuna. A fired up high school sumo tale. See, it does it all the time. A fired up high school sumo tale, no retakes allowed. I'm gonna watch this. A freaking sumo wrestling anime. It looks fiery. It looks pretty hype. I'm not gonna lie. I still got to do check out the previews for a lot of these. So do expect some videos soon. I know I've been kind of slacking with them lately because I was on a little streak and then I stopped and then I gotta come back to some of the ones. But yeah, Hinomaru Sumo. I'm gonna watch that one for sure. Inazuma 11, haven't watched any of it. I know it's a pretty big series. Doesn't it have a bunch of seasons and a bunch of anime? So, not going to be watching that. Ingress, another video game adaptation from Craftar? Studio Craftar? I've never heard of that studio. Maybe new? I don't know what they've done. If they aren't new, or I would assume they're newer because I've never heard of them. But it literally looks like a Psycho-Pass ripoff. Since he was little, Makoto had a strange power which enabled him to read the memories of objects he touched. Hiding his uncontrollable power, he works as a special agent in the police force. One day while investigating an explosion at a laboratory that researches an unknown substance called XM, he sees a mysterious memory. The memory was from Sarah's ring, who was the sole survivor of the accident. It was a sight of a person being swallowed into a red light and disappearing. This is like crazy, like science fiction, yeah. Makoto becomes embroiled in a massive conspiracy. The battle for XM, a material that could affect human mind, starts now. Like, part of it doesn't really sound like Psycho-Pass, but then there's like the other half. I mean, look at the character too on the left. And just the whole, like, what they're going for with the city already, it feels like they're definitely trying to go for some kind of Psycho-Pass-ish. I don't think it's gonna deliver, honestly, but I'm gonna say yeah, because it just sounds like a bunch of, like, some crazy science fiction type shit. So I'm gonna try that one out, and see just how close maybe it is to Psycho-Pass. But it does look like there is something, different there. They're not trying to totally copy off Psycho-Pass, but yeah, we'll see. Next up, Irozuko Sekai no Ashita Kara from PA Works, an original drama romance. In Nagasaki, a descendant of mages, 17-year-old Hitomi lost her sense of color at a young age and grew up lacking emotion. Her grandmother Kohaku, a great mage, sends Hitomi to the past, to the year 2018. Wow, 2018. There she spends time with a 17-year-old Kohaku and friends from club. So wait, her grandmother. So wait, the grandmother and the granddaughter, like, grow up together or are in school together. Wow. Okay, so a little supernatural, well, definitely a supernatural twist to that. I'm gonna watch that. I think we're pretty much guaranteed, like, the animation, the art, the backgrounds are gonna be beautiful with this, the music. But I'm hoping the story can deliver with this sort of supernatural twist. And it's an original, so you, like, never know. That's what I love about some originals. And just from their premises, like, we just have no clue how it's going to play out, how it's going to go. So I'm going to say yeah on that one for now, though. Next up, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Golden Wind. This is all I'm going to say, yo. I haven't talked much about this on my YouTube channel, but I have been pretty active and pretty vocal about it on Twitter. I am almost caught up to JoJo. I'm on part 4 right now. I just started part 4. I'm trying my hardest to get caught up for part 5 so I can cover it weekly. If I'm not there for the first episode, like the first week, then I'm definitely going to be there by the second or third. But I definitely plan on covering JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Golden Wind Part 5. Already been confirmed for 39 episodes. I've heard that part 5, I've heard actually mixed things about it. Like, some people say it's the best part we've had so far, and a lot of people compare it to part 3. Too, like in the whole sort of episodic, I guess, nature, and how there's like kind of the stand of the week type thing. I don't know. I've heard lots of different things about part 5, honestly. Like, there's gonna be tons of people excited for it, just in general, because it's JoJo, right? And I love JoJo. It's a lot of fun. In case you guys are wondering, my favorite part, where I'm at right now, I haven't started. Well, I'm at the beginning of part 4. Part 2 is my favorite part, and I love Joseph's definitely my favorite character. But that fight with Dio and Jotaro at the end of part 3 was definitely the best fight in the series to where I'm at right now, at least. So I should hopefully be caught up to part 5, soon. I don't have that much time left to catch up for the first episode, but I'm gonna be grinding these episodes out here shortly. So I'm gonna say yeah for obviously for Golden Wind, because I will be caught up eventually. Next up, Karakuri Circus, which I did a video over this one as well, so if you guys missed that, definitely go check that out. This is one I said I'm definitely going to check out as well. Not sure if I'm going to make videos over this one yet on the channel, though. Next up, Feel the Wind. I don't know why they don't have the English translation on here, but from Production IG, I think a lot of the staff that works on Haikyuu is actually working on this series, like the character designer and a lot of the other staff. So it's going to be a while until we get another season of Haikyuu, just straight up. I think the director of Haikyuu is working on the Professor Layton anime now. So I need a Haikyuu season 4 so bad. The series is centered on the Tokyo Hakone round trip college Ikeden race, or Hakone Ikeden, one of the biggest university marathon relay races in Japan. The race is held every year on January 2nd to 3rd and goes between Tokyo and Hakone and back for a total run of a nearly 217.9 kilometers, or about 135.4 miles. Oh my gosh. Jeez. So this is like some cross-country type. I'm going to watch this for sure just because it's an IG sports anime. Like, you got to watch that. You have to. If you love sports anime, you've most likely watched a sports anime from IG. That's all I'm going to say. You most likely have. Everyone watching this video right now. And they usually deliver with their sports anime, at least in my opinion, from the ones I've watched from them. So this is definitely going to be a yes from me. Next up, Ken and Ken Aoki Kagayuki from Dean, adaptation of Shuanyuan sword role-playing game franchise. Not much to go off of, so I'm gonna say no for now. But if I hear something, I might check it out. These next two are just going to be no's. I already know. Kira Happy. No. Sorry. Merc Storia. Another game one, dude. Actually, I don't know. This one's... The visual looks pretty sweet. The fantasy strategy role-playing game is set in a world where humans and monsters coexist. And the main story of boy apprentice Yutsujushi, with the power to heal those who clash, embarks on a journey to restore the memories of his friend Merc, a girl trapped in a bottle. Sounds pretty generic. Sounds pretty cliche. I'm just going to say no on that one, honestly. Miss Vampire Who Lives in My Neighborhood. See, we get so many of these, like, school, like, monster girl. I know we have that Dropkick, Joshin Dropkick. For the summer, we've had, obviously, interviews with monster girls. We get a lot of these. Due to a strange incident, Akari is rescued by a vampire girl named Sophie Twilight, and Akari becomes interested in her. Straight up. Just sounds pretty straight up. This one's going to be a maybe for me. That's one I'm on the fence about. Because I don't want to say... Because I watched a little bit of interviews with Monster Girls. I need to finish it because I've heard good things about it. But these types of shows, the school comedy slice of life ones, are usually hit or miss for me. And I usually always watch them on the side. I usually don't cover them on the channel. If I were to cover like a comedy, it has to be like a straight comedy. Like how we had Chio School Road, how we had... Grand Blue, like those are just straight comedies. Next up, we have, I see the first words in the description, the awkward sibling romantic comedy, Aregasuki Nano wa Imoto de Kaido Imoto Janai. Based off a light novel, 10 episodes confirmed. I think we already know what this is. Do we like even have to read this, honestly? I just feel like this one is just gonna bring in so much traffic on whoever covers it. So like it'll be one that people talk about. It'll be one for sure. See, I don't know. I don't know because I know it's gonna be bad. I know it's gonna be bad. I'm just gonna give it the green light because I am gonna watch it because I feel like everyone is just to see it and what the hell's going on with it. Ace Attorney, haven't watched the first season. Don't plan on watching the first season ever. Radiant is next from Lurch, which is actually based off a French manga. In case you guys didn't know, the story follows Seth, a boy who seeks to become a great magician, and a group of witches who seek to travel to the Radiant. Radiant is a mythical land that spawns monsters called Nemesis, which fall to the world from the sky. While traveling, they are also hunted by the Inquisition. Yo, is it just me, or does this girl at the top of the visual look like Mugen from Samurai Champloo? Like, look at that afro she has going on. But I know a lot of the shonen community is really hyped for this one, so like the One Piece fans and Boruto, Naruto, all that. So I'm gonna definitely try Radiant out because I have heard pretty good things about the manga too. Next up, we have Release the Spice from Laydeuce, an original. Looks like a bunch of ninja girls. The anime begins with a lone high school girl named Momo attending a high school in the city of Sorosaki. Unbeknownst to everyone, Momo is an agent who works for the private intelligence agency Tsukikage that protects the city and its people. Under the tutelage of her senior Yuki and her other friends, they keep the peace in the city. The story will eventually focus on 6 high school girls. See, these are hit or miss for me too. They honestly are. Like they sometimes turn out being a lot of fun, or they just completely fall flat. So that one's gonna be a maybe for me. Next up, we got Rewrited, which if you guys didn't know is actually from the director of Steins Gate. That's why the director of Steins Gate is now working on Steins Gate Zero because I think he made his own studio, Geek Toys. It's a new studio, and he's directing this project there. So yeah, it's an original. I think the first 4 episodes of this actually already came out. I'm not watching them yet. I'm just gonna wait till the broadcast starts in Japan. But the year is 2050. A young engineer named Derrida Vane, maybe the Y silent, became famous thanks to his contribution to the development of the autonomous, I'm stupid, machine DZ at Rebuild. At Rebuild, the manufacturing company founded by his father. Okay, so Rebuild's the name of the company. Okay. Jeez, I can already tell this is going to be confusing as hell, which Steins Gate director, there you go. One day, Derrida and his colleague Nathan discover a flaw in the DZs and try to warn their boss, but are ignored. Although Derrida and Nathan are aware of the danger, they reluctantly decide to put off taking any measures and instead go to Nathan's daughter Mage's. Okay, this is so much. Oh my gosh, I am not reading all this, but yeah, it does sound like a clusterfuck, honestly. But I'm gonna try it out just because of the staff that's on a new studio, original. I'm gonna see what they got. This one reminds me so much of Origairu, the Bunny Girl Senpai one. I'm not even gonna try and say the whole name. There's from Cloverworks. There's a rumor about a mysterious phenomenon called puberty syndrome. For example, Sakura Azuzagawa is a high school student who suddenly sees a bunny girl appear in front of him. The girl is actually a girl named Mai Sakurajima, who is Sakura's upperclassman, who is also a famous actress who has gone on hiatus from the entertainment industry. See what I mean with this scrolling? For some reason, the people around Mai cannot see her bunny girl figure. Oh, that's weird. That is really weird. Sakura sets out to solve this mystery, and he spends time with Mai. He learns her secret feelings. Other heroines who have puberty syndrome start to appear in front of Sakura. So, to be able to be seen by this Sakura person, you have to have this puberty syndrome, which I wonder if it's an actual thing or if it's just like kind of a metaphorical kind of deal. But it does sound kind of intriguing, kind of different for sure. Haven't heard anything about the novels or anything, but like the visual and the artwork and the character designs like remind me of Origairu, kind of. I don't know if it's gonna be anything like it, but we'll see. I'm gonna check out that one though. Next up, we have Senran Kagura. Have not watched season 1. I do want to try and catch up, but I don't think I'm gonna be able to, honestly. But we'll see. But for now, it's gonna be a no. Next up, we have Sora to Yumi no Aida, another video game one. Oh my goodness. Another video game adaptation from TMS Entertainment. The story is set in Onomichi, Hiroshima in the year 20XX, so we don't know, I guess. Fish disappear from the sea around the world and only whales live in the ocean. The Ministry of Fishery decides to set up giant experimental universe fish tanks in space. The Onomichi Universe Fishery Union is established and begins to train space fishermen. What the hell? What is this? Female fishermen are in demand due to the strengthening of an equal employment law for men and women. 6 new female space fishermen are selected, and the story centers on supporting their growth. I mean, at first glance, you would think this doesn't really look like anything too, like, appealing, or like, this isn't gonna be anything special. But, dude, what? What did I just read? Like, I might just have to try it out just from that. Like, it just sounds so goofy, but also kind of cool at the same time, you know? Like, fisherman, are you serious? Like a space fisherman. I mean, there is the sci-fi tag on there, but geez, yo. I might try that one out. That's gonna be a maybe. I don't want to say no on that one yet. Next up, we have Gridman. I made a video on Gridman already, so if you guys missed that as well, definitely go check that one out. Gridman, I'm definitely going to be watching from Trigger. And it looks like it's going to have a mix of like the old school kind of feel, like with the mechs and all that, and then like also a new modern type feel, like with the school setting and the characters. So, yeah, I'm going to be definitely checking out Gridman. Sword Art Online Alicization. That's one you already know. You already know that I'm going to be covering that. 50 episodes or 4 cores confirmed already, which is great news. I love hearing that. And apparently this is the best part of SAO, even better than Aincrad. And even SAO haters, some SAO haters out there will say that they like the Aincrad. That Aincrad was actually good, which Aincrad is my favorite part of SAO. And SAO will always have a special place in my heart, yo, because it's one of the first things I watched in anime ever, and it opened the gate for me to watch so much other stuff. So, yo, in that aspect regard, Sword Art Online does have a special place in my heart, like I said. So, I'm going to be making videos following that for sure. That time I got reincarnated as a slime is next. Also made a video about that one, so I'm not going to go too much into it, but it looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. If you missed my video on that one, go check that out as well. I'm going to have all these videos linked down below for you guys so you can get more of my thoughts on them and me watching the previews for them. Next up, we have The Girl in Twilight, another video game, yo. Jeez, this is insane. A group of girls living in a small city gather to enact a ritual. They are the Crystal Radio Research Society. The sweet and cheery Asuka Tsuchimiya brought this group together with her friends from school. The ritual was merely an urban legend, but events coalesce, and what started as play becomes much more. It's hard to say, because I'm just going to say no. I just don't really think... I can't be watching too many video game adaptations, you know. I can't. Because most of the time they don't... I feel like I've maybe watched 1 or 2 video game adaptations that actually were good. Like, really. Honestly. So... But for these, if I do hear good things about them, like I said before, then I'm gonna try them out. I'll try them out. But for now, I'm going to say no. Thunderbolt Fantasy Season 2. Have not watched Season 1. I've heard it's actually pretty good, though. I mean, the Euro Butcher's on there, so there's that. I need to watch Thunderbolt Fantasy at some point, for sure. I think I watched like 1 episode or 2 of it, and it was actually pretty fun. I just never continued with it. So that's going to be a no for me. Tokyo Ghoul Re, the 2nd season. I'm going to be watching this, but not covering it on the channel because I had copyright issues with the 1st season, so yeah. Sarune Kazemai Koko Kyudo Bu. This is the archery one, yeah, from Kyoto Animation. Minato played Japanese archery in middle school, but after a certain incident, he ran away from the sport. In high school, Minato meets new friends, and together, as part of their school's archery club, they aim to win the professional tournament. So, kind of sounds like your normal sort of sports setup. I'm gonna watch this one. It is Kyoto Animation. It's gonna be beautiful. The music, the art animation, the backgrounds, all of that. I think the director of Free is actually directing this, so I think it's gonna be more so appealing to the female fan base out there. But that doesn't mean I can't enjoy it or you can't like it or anything. Next up, we have Uchi no Maid ga Yuzu Sugiru. I guess I don't have English translations for some of these, man. They're trying to make it tough on me out here. Based off a manga from Doga Kobo as well. The manga centers on Misha, a little girl who lost her mother at an early age and now lives with her father. Her father employs a maid named Tsubame, who was a former self-defense force official and is also a lolicon. Okay. What? So it was in like the military, and I don't know. I don't know. That sounds kind of weird. Is the maid a girl? I think the maid's a girl. So yeah, I mean that just looks again like cute girls doing cute things. That's honestly what it looks like, but little girls. So maybe I'm gonna say maybe on that one. But I think the anime Yell from Doga Kobo has a lot more potential than say this one. But I haven't heard anything about. I think they're both based off mangas actually. I haven't heard anything about the manga of either of them that Doga Kobo is adapting. I'll say maybe on that one. Ulysses Jun the Arc to Renkin no Kishi. From Axis, Action Fantasy, the novel series story takes place in 15th century France during the Hundred Years' War with England. Montmorency, the son of a noble, immerses himself in the study of magic and alchemy at a school of knights. However, after France's defeat at Agincourt, the school is disbanded and Montmorency is forced to flee. What a name that is, yo. While on the run, he meets a miraculous village girl named Jen Diarc. Looks like a harem almost too, like an action harem. If that's the case, I mean, it doesn't look like we really have any of those this season, so that might be a maybe for me if that's what it is. That's what it looks like. So sounds like. Just seems like this guy's the shit. Has all these girls around him. So yeah. Next up we have Voice of Fox. Looks like a Chinese animated one, Yumita from Yumita Company. A poor but talented high school boy named Hu Li, whose name is pronounced very similarly to the term for fox in Chinese. He is a ghost singer-songwriter for the popular narcissistic boy idol. Yeah, this isn't going to be for me. This is not going to be for me. Zombieland Saga. We don't know much about Zombieland Saga, really, at all. But I am going to check it out just because, from what I know, I think it's actually about, like, pretty much the world is almost coming to an end, or the world's just in complete chaos, and the zombies, I think, are the ones who are trying to save the world. At least that's what I remember reading up on, but we don't really know a whole lot on it. So yeah, I'm gonna say yeah on that one, because I mean Mappa's been killing it lately, at least for me, and just that the little bit that we do know does sound a little appealing maybe. So I feel like that one's gonna be a hit or miss, but I do want to try it out. Okay, so actually that was all the TV shows, so we went over that pretty quickly. Well, maybe not quickly, but carrying over, what will I still be watching? Attack on Titan Season 3, obviously, which I am hearing rumors that Attack on Titan Season 3 might be split core, actually. So we might have to hold the gun on that one. We might have to wait for more news on that. But if it does carry over, of course, I'll be covering it still. Banana Fish as well. Okay, so they actually did split the shorts and TV series up differently. So the one I talked about earlier that I thought was a short isn't, apparently. So let's see what we got here. Devi Idol. Those like vampire idol girls. That's gonna be a no. Do I like really have to mark? I don't think I should go through and mark any of these. Like that's just gonna be taking up too much time. Hashiri Suzekite Yokatate? Yokatate? I don't know. The story centers on Minato, who goes to an anime event that has a voice acting recital with a friend. He is fascinated by the talent of the voice actors, and he meets Chikako, who studies at the Sudobashi Animation Academy. The series follows the trials and tribulations of those who aim to become voice actors. Okay. That might be kind of fun for, what, 4-minute or 15-minute? Oh, 15-minute episodes. I thought it was 4-minute episodes. I don't know. See, I don't know about these shorts, yo. Oh, Space Battleship Tiramisu is good. Oh, I did watch the first season of that, so I'll be watching that, I guess, unfortunately, because I did not like Space Battleship Tiramisu. Yeah, for the TV shorts, all I'm going to say is that I'm not going to say if I'm watching them yet or not, because if it's just one that I just happen to try or want to try, I will. So I'm not going to say anything on those. Movies, I'm going to go over these real quickly, not going to go into them too much. Dragon Ball Super Broly, I'm going to be watching when it gets here. I still need to watch the Godzilla movies, the first two. K, I don't know what's going on with the K movies, because there's like 6 or 7 of them, and the first one is already came out in Japan, I believe. We're just waiting for an English theatrical release. Hopefully, I'm crossing my fingers on that because I would love to see these K movies in theaters. So there's that. Eureka 7, the second movie, which totally, if you guys look at this visual for the second Eureka 7 High Evolution movie, it looks like some Eva shit. Like, I don't know if it's still going to be, because the first movie followed the what happened before or it follows the events of the first Summer of Love, and then it goes into recap. So it's like 25 to 30 minutes of new content, and then it goes into the recap. That's the whole movie, and then there's like a little new scene at the end with Renton. So I don't know if this movie's gonna have the recap with Anemone, because we don't see Anemone in the first movie at all. So it's probably gonna be like focused on Anemone and Dominic more so. I don't know if they're gonna recap it or totally reanimate it or have new stuff or what their plans are, but I am gonna be watching that for sure. You already know me with Eureka 7. Let's see what else we have. Mobile Suit Gundam Narrative. I'm still a noob when it comes to the UC timeline. I haven't watched anything from the UC timeline, so I have to do that eventually. Not gonna happen anytime soon, unfortunately. Peacemaker Kurogane. Is this the second film? Because I know there were multiple films for Peacemaker Kurogane announced. I don't know what's going on with that, honestly. Laws of the Universe. Probably not. A Garo movie? Can I watch this if I haven't watched... I watched Vanishing Line, that's it. I haven't watched any other Garo, though. So if this is a sequel to any of the other Garos, then I'm not going to be able to watch it. Let me know down in the comments. You guys have to let me know about a lot of these in the comments. Zoku, Warrior Monogatari, I need to catch up to the Monogatari series. OVAs, ONAs, specials. Angels of Death, didn't watch. Sobi Asabase, I will be watching that OVA. I haven't finished the season yet, but I am going to be doing that soon. I'm Joybo. No, Love and Lies OVA? Really? Oh, I forgot about that. I'll be watching that, even though the series is kind of meh. ReZero OVA? Yes, I cannot wait for that. Oh, man, I cannot wait. And also another OVA got announced. So we got 2 ReZero OVAs announced and coming on the way. And I'm hoping that we get a Season 2 announcement in one of them. Please. Thank you. Review Starlight specials. I don't know if these are going to be like 8-minute episodes. So it's not like a... It's not going to be like a unaired episode or something like that. So I might check those out, though. Saint Seiya, no. Oh, a 7 Deadly Sins Season 2 OVA? Yes. Heck yeah. Can't wait for that. Steins Gate, the unaired episode, which won't be out for 86 days. Man, I really hope it doesn't, like, episode 24, Steins Gate 0. I hope it's not, like, they leave us off on a cliffhanger for episode 23 or something, and then it just continues up with 24. I don't think they're going to do that, but we'll see. Yu Yu Hakusho special. I know a lot of people are excited for that. Man, because it's back after so long. It's only going to be... I thought it was going to be 2 episodes, actually, but I guess it's only 1. So, yeah, that's the whole list. We went over everything. Man, how long have I been recording? Almost an hour. So, yeah, that's how these things go. Man, I'm not even surprised. That's why I wasn't even going to say anything, but... So, what do we have for the green lights? We got Certain Magical Index, Bloom Into You, Double Decker, Goblin Slayer, Golden Kamuy Season 2, Gurazeni Season 2, Hinomaru Sumo, Ingress, Irazuku, Sekai no Ashitakara, Jojo Part 5, Karakuri Circus, Feel the Wind, Orega Suki Nano wa Imoto Dakedo Imoto Janai, Radiant, Rerided, Bunny Girl Senpai, SSS Gridman, Sword Art Online Alicization. That time I got reincarnated as a slime. Tokyo Ghoul Season 2. Sarune, Archery Boys, yeah. And Zombieland Saga. So, usually what I do also is kind of like my 5 most anticipated. Index Season 3, Alicization, Goblin Slayer, Golden Kamuy Season 2. And 5... Ooh... 5. Oh, I gotta put JoJo Part 5 in there, duh. So that's in no order. JoJo Part 5 would be in there too, but the kind of outliers, the ones who'd be like the 6, 7, 8 kind of spots, Feel the Wind, Karakuri Circus, Hinomaru Sumo. If I wanted to go to 10, I could, but yeah. So yeah, man, blooming to you as well. See, this season's pretty stacked, I gotta say. But there's also quite a bit amount of ones that I'm unsure on or not really. I'm undecided on, which I knew was gonna happen, and that's what happens when every season gets here. There's some I try and I end up adding to my list. So my list is just destined to change, and it will change. I'll drop some, pick up some, you guys will see. So yeah, man, we went over the whole list. Let me know what you guys are excited for this upcoming fall anime season of 2018. We got quite a bit to look out for, and we have even some bangers from summer carrying over. So yeah, it's looking to be a pretty awesome, busy, insane season, and I'm excited. I'm ready for it. So yeah, that about does it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought of it. If you guys did enjoy, make sure you drop a like, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you for watching. Peace.